What's up, guys? Jose here. I have another home workout for you guys today. This one right here is another full body workout, but I put a little bit more emphasis on the posterior chain. The reason why I did that is because I understand that being at home, doing a lot of squats, doing a lot of push-ups and things like that, you can work a lot of that anterior or that front part of your body, but that posterior chain is easily neglected when we start getting into calisthenics, especially if you don't have a pull-up bar. Okay, so the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna rig up your little pull-up bar just like this. So we're gonna use this for an Aussie row. All that is just a row where your body's doing the moving instead of the weight. Now, with my hands wide, all I'm gonna do is just lay my back flat, pull my weight all the way up. All the way up to the top and all the way back down. Just like that, squeezing those shoulder blades together as you come up, and then expanding them once again once you come down. So for this next exercise, all you need are those socks on. Pants could also help, or long shorts, and a hardwood floor that you can slide against. What I'm gonna do is called the sliding pull down. Essentially, I'm gonna work the same motion that I would for a swimmer's row or for like a front pull down, except I'm gonna do it on the ground and using my body, moving my body as opposed to, again, moving the weights. The important thing here is that I try to maintain straight arms while I work this motion. What I wanna do is I wanna squeeze on my lats. That way I can get a tight squeeze here as I move my body, just like this. Working from the tall position all the way up, trying to keep those arms as straight as I can, working down, working back up. Now, if this right here gets really difficult for you, you can always drop to your forearms and expand up and expand back down. Same thing, squeezing those lats, trying to get a nice squeeze just under those arms. That way we can get those lats to expand just a little bit. So this next thing here, it's called a back widow. All it is, it's me getting good scapular activation or getting my shoulder blades to squeeze together. Again, using my body as the weight. Driving my elbows down, squeezing my shoulder blades together, working to pick my upper body up. What I'm not doing is I'm not turning this into a crunch. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna relax that core, pulling those arms back, pulling those shoulder blades back, getting that whole body to lift up. Next is gonna be a leg curl, working those hamstrings mostly, but also getting a little bit of those glutes involved. So yesterday we did a glute bridge where all we did was we picked up that body. This time here, getting a little bit more motion in there. Make sure those hips stay nice and high. You're gonna extend those legs out and bring them right back, the whole time keeping those hips sky high. Single leg heel touch. What this is gonna emulate is like a single leg deadlift. I'm gonna lower myself down from one leg. As I lower myself down, I'm gonna try to touch the heel of the foot that's down with both of my hands. Coming down, touching that heel, coming right back up. Working that balance, but also working those glutes and those hamstrings, making sure that they stay nice and tight and engaged throughout the entirety of that workout. The most important thing there too is to keep that core nice and tight. That way you're not just letting your whole back slouch as you come down. Keep that core tight and that back straight. That way when you work that motion, you can get down there without having any sort of pain or any sort of extra weight onto your back. So this next workout is pretty brutal. It's a marcher or a floor marcher, and the way it works is like this. I'm gonna lay on my back on the ground. I'm gonna try to keep my legs extended, my arms by my side. I'm gonna press my hips up, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to walk in place. The whole time trying to keep my glutes up, having a single leg off the floor at one time. So stand by, let me show you how it's done. That's the emphasis on the posterior chain. Now, it wouldn't be a full body workout if we didn't get the front of our body involved. So this is the way this half is gonna go. All right, so first it's gonna be a bear crawl with a slow step. Now, what a lot of people do with their bear crawls is they put their hips sky high, and when they do, you get more of that shoulder work, right? I want you to make sure that your back is flat while you're working these. That way, while you're working them, you can get a lot more on those quads than on those shoulders. The next exercise is going to be a pike push-up. The way this works is like a regular push-up, but mixed with the downward facing dog. So you'll start with that downward facing dog position, and from here, you're just going to lower yourself down and right back up, just like that. down, and right back up. Now, if this is difficult for you, you can drop to your knees, but I want you to still try to get that downward facing dog position. Now, when you work them this way, it's almost like you're sliding your body up and your body back down. This should place a lot more stress on those shoulders and get that shoulder work done. Is a plank rotator. The way this is going to work is you're going to start with your plank on your forearms, and from here, all you're going to do is you're going to rotate straight up to the sky, come right back down, keeping that core nice and tight the entire time, making sure that you're not breaking form while you're working these. Okay, so next is a diamond push-up or a close-handed push-up. What I want that to do is to put that diamond onto your chest right before you press up for that next rep. Lastly, what we're going to work is we're going to work a lateral lunge. Now, the way lateral lunge works is I want your feet wide. And what happens is when people put their feet wide, they put it about this way, a little bit wider than their shoulders. And when they go for that lateral lunge, you can see that this knee is starting to move outside that foot, right? So when that happens, I want you to widen your feet more. That way, as you come down on that side, you can properly place your hips back without pressing that knee beyond that foot, okay? Working them just like this, and then alternating to the other side. Awesome. That's it for today's full body workout with the emphasis on that posterior chain. Stay home, stay safe, and keep moving. I appreciate you guys.